They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
And it's a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
And do my graveyard smash.
Then you can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash. Mash. Easy, boy. You
Monster Mash.
Mash good.
Monster Mash. Monster Mash. Monster Mash. Monster Mash.
darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
Stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time war, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left
And then a stretch to the right.
with your hands on your hips.
You bring your knees in tight. There is the velvet crust. It really does you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's so dreamy. Oh, fantasy, free me. So you can't see me. No, not at all. In another dimension. With voyeuristic intention. Well secluded. I see all.
With a bit of a mind flip,
You're into the time slip.
and nothing can ever be the same.
You're spaced out on sensation.
Like you're under sedation.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Well, I was walking down the street just a having a thing when a stinking big guy gave me an evil wink. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He had a big ass track and the devil's eyes. He stared at me and I felt a change. Time and nothing ever would again.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left
And then a stretch to the right.
with your hands on your hips.
Let's get started. Let's get it started. All right. Let me pull up the slides and we can get going. I'm excited about our guest today. And I don't know if you guys can see, well, if I'm on speaker view for you, you can see I have little pumpkin earrings on because I have 2 more weeks that I can wear them. So I'm going to wear them or my little black hat earrings every day. Who else has the holiday Halloween spirit going? Yes, Jessica, Ray. Yeah, our office is nuts too. Okay, so I'm going to run the slides, which is always interesting because I theoretically am better at doing it this way, according to the consensus, than having somebody else run it. But you're right, Ray, you're totally right. All right, so what I did is I downloaded to PowerPoint. Let me know if you guys can see this. Okay, how does that look? Are we good? Do you see yourselves? Too? You guys can see? Thumbs up? Okay. Can you see yourself too in this little window on the side, or do you only see the slides?
I see you and the slides.
All right. Oh, you see me in the slides. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. All right. So welcome to our monthly team meeting, which we're going to kind of talk a little bit more about. This may be the last time we do it in this format. I'm going to ask you guys for your feedbacks about what you want to do, because I know a lot of you attend our huddles, which is really awesome as well. And those have been going really well. I'm going to zip through though, because I want to give our special guests the time to talk today and make sure we get through all of the content. So first is our mission, and this has come up a lot for me lately. So I wanted to remind everybody in case you don't see it in front of you every day. And our mission statement as a company is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And for me, over, I would say the last year or year and a half or so, all of the decisions that I've made or are making in helping you guys and working with the company and our team, I always go back to this. This is kind of my filter. And we all tend to have something that we have a filter where we measure whatever decisions we're making by. And so I just wanted to share with you, it has been very top of mind for me. And so when we are looking at implementing something new within the company, the question that I ask is this doing one of these things for you? Meaning, is this helping you to build a career worth having, a business worth owning, a life worth living, an experience worth giving, a legacy worth leaving? And if the answer is yes, then we move on to the next step. If the answer is, no, we may be doing this, it doesn't necessarily fit into our mission, again, it's a really good filter. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that we're going to be doing for you that are coming up. I know I talked about a little bit on the company huddle yesterday. And I think it's a good reminder for you guys to see what that mission statement entails. And this is really what our passion is. So if there are things that you see or you think of that could actually enhance this and support this mission statement, we really want to hear that. And if there are things that you see or experience that do not support this mission statement, we also want to hear that too. So thank you guys for that. And I just wanted to share that with you. And the next thing is a mission moment. So what that entails is if you can give an example, I'd love to hear from somebody how you've seen some part of this show up in your world or with another agent or team member since we've seen each other last or recently. Can anybody think of an example, like kind of a living example that they've seen that would fit into one of these categories? And that'll be our mission moment. And you can, in the chat box, or I'm not great at monitoring the raising hands while we're doing this. So just speak up. So what has been your experience personally in something in the mission statement or that you've seen recently?
I have a couple, actually. This is Teresa.
Hi.
Hi. So, I was thinking about Nicole Burns a lot last night. and you know how she does the she leads the coaching program, and I was thinking about you, and I've been doing a lot of mindset work because I started bold, and so it's all this stuff. Is this who I am? Is this who I want to be? And what I came to the conclusion is, not only is it building a career, but it's pushing me out of my comfort zone. It's creating experiences. It's building a community. I've met some of the most amazing people working with KW. I mean, heart. And from Red Day to our CARES program, the investment that is made into each of us and the encouragement, you know, and of course I have Keone, who is phenomenal too. I just haven't met or experienced anyone in our company that didn't make this mission statement a daily reality. Now, if I have to be honest, I haven't always been, most of the time, of the best mindset to be able to appreciate and assimilate it. And that's another beautiful thing, because I haven't been met with the judgment because I haven't measured up. It's always, you can do it, keep trying, don't give up, you know, and it's always that push. So I do believe that I'm building a career and a business worthy of the life I want to live, and have been able to have experiences worth sharing, giving, and a legacy I plan to leave.
Awesome, Teresa. That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing that, and that you're kind of experiencing that. That's really helpful for us. And then the other thing as an example is, like, you know, if you bought an investment property or whatever it is that your goal, like Teresa, you're talking about what you're looking to get to and what that career is going to build for you, because it's really about, it's about funding the life that we want, right? We are passionate about what we do, and it funds the life that we want. So what does that look like for you? So I love to hear successes like, oh, I just bought another investment property, or, you know, I hit, you know, I'm a millionaire and my net worth has just gone over $1 million, or, because, you know, those are the things that then allow you to do other things in your world. Or we just took our family to Disneyland, right? So awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So that is our mission moment for today, Teresa. Thanks. Okay, let's celebrate some birthdays. I always love these graphics that you come up with, Ray. Ray and Latasha are the best with graphics. So Dan, I'm just going to read, I don't know who's here specifically with us. Happy birthday to Dan and Bill, Tammy, Carol, Jim, Mark, man, a lot of October birthdays. Boz, Bill, Kay, Van, Adam, Matthew, Yuko, Tyler, Jamie, Randy, Bruce, Alex, Jan, Michael, Michelle, Ronnie, Carol. Oh, wait, I'm going to try to do it on the beat. Katie, Michelle, Irais, Kristen, Mitch, Lisa, JC, and Marianne. Awesome. If anybody's birthday is today, put that in the chat box too, so we can sing happy birthday for you later. All right, bucket fills. So, oh, today is Tyler's birthday. Okay, I don't know if he's on here. Happy birthday, Tyler. If he's not, thank you. Bucket fills. Who's got a bucket fill? So this would be, again, somebody, thank you to somebody who did something for you, a fellow agent, or somebody, just somebody whose bucket that you want to fill. They may or may not be here. It's a thank you to somebody for
Lisa,
doing something. I want to hear what they did. Yes, Joyce.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. For Ray, I had a client who's homeless that came by, and he doesn't have a phone. And so Ray was very courteous to him and called me so that he could communicate with me. And, you know, I know not every office or every agency would maybe have even allowed him in. So there's always a story behind a story. And I really appreciate that encouragement and allowance. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Ray. So good. Does someone else have a bucket fill?
I have one.
Yes.
First of all, love you, Lisa. Love Michelle, Keone, and Ray. You're all fabulous. But I just closed a deal with Dean Otto, and he is just so wonderful to work with. So whether he's here or not, just kudos.
Awesome. Thank you. I think, yeah, he's here. He's there. Awesome. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. We love to hear when you guys work really well together, which is like 99.9% of the time. Andy, you have your hand raised. I see it. Go ahead.
I do. I just want to thank Antonita. She holds the whole Kona operation together and has now been helping to hold the Maui operation together. And I don't know that I could do anything that I do without having her in the driver's seat.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, she is amazing. And that said, we do have somebody that's coming on board that is going to help support her for a little bit until we have a permanent person on Maui. So by the way, in case you didn't know, we are looking for a rock star administrative agent services related person to hire to add to our team on Maui. So if you have any suggestions, please let us know. Connect us with people that you know that are talent. We'd love to meet them. We're still looking for that. And they would be based in Kihei. Okay, let's go to our celebration of cappers. We had a lot of cappers from our last meeting, so we want to make sure that we celebrate them. So Dave, congratulations to Dave for capping. Congratulations to Spencer for capping. Lynn capped. Nicole capped like again. I think she capped and then capped like 5 minutes later. So congratulations to Nicole. It's awesome. Some of you guys cap, like you reset and you cap in literally your first transaction. It's awesome. Chiaki, congratulations to Chiaki for capping. Tim for capping on his first transaction with the company. That was pretty awesome. Kathy, congratulations to Kathy for capping. Congratulations to Sarah. And oh, we have Tim in here twice. Oh no, Tim is his first closing. Okay, this is first closing. Yeah, so I mentioned he capped on his first closing, which not everybody does. So that was a pretty cool feat. Let me just recenter this because I know that's bugging some of you. Mary had her first closing with us. So we're excited for Mary. And so did Miriam. Congratulations to Miriam. And Sam Harris, who has been working hard to get to that first closing. And congratulations to Sam. Arlo, congratulations to Arlo on his first closing with us, and to Jill on her first closing with us. I know you guys, a lot of you will have many, many more to come because you're all doing great work and the right things. April, so April not only had her first closing last week, she had her second closing this week. So she's closing a week right now, which is a good pattern to be on.
And Lisa, April just opened her third escrow.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So wonderful. So great. Thank you. Anna, congratulations to Anna on her first closing as well. Okay, and then welcome to the agents who have joined us, associates who have joined us since our last meeting. Bill, Yuko, Irais, JC, Stephanie, Mike, and Ann. That's for Keller Williams Realty Maui on Maui. And then our Big Island additional associates, wonderful associates, are Igor, Tanya, and Logan. So welcome to everybody. Please show them love when you meet them and or see them. And then congratulations to our growth partners. These are our associates who actually referred us great associates. Some of the people that you saw that just came on board were referred to us by our agents who are now building their profit share tree. So it's a wonderful win-win opportunity. And that is Keone, Yoko, Van, Todd, Michelle, and Leola. So congratulations to you guys for building some passive income and helping people out in the meantime. Okay, I wanted to share some statistics with you as we are tracking the numbers, and we always like to look at, as you know, what's going on in the rest of the country. So we look at our national trends in the company. We look at and being the largest company in the world, we have really some good statistics to be able to look at trends and where we see things going. So the numbers from Keller Williams Realty International, you can kind of see are still up year to date in every category. Now, keep in mind, they were up significantly, and we have been seeing some of the trends month over month go down a bit. Like for example, listing closed units is in the negative, listings taken is in the negative, and listings sold is in the negative month over month. So that's bringing down that year-to-date average slightly. And that may continue to go down in certain areas. We talked about, we're seeing a closed unit decrease and a listing sold decrease based on what's the key word that is a reason that we're seeing some of these trends, or I should say lack of
Inventory.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, lack of fill in the blank. So that is everybody's kind of greatest challenge in terms of anywhere in the country. So if we had more listings to sell, we know we could sell them because we've got a lot of buyers, and that's your job, which we've talked a lot about, is going and getting and finding the listings, and a reminder to do those valuations, which I'll talk about in a little bit as well. So just wanted to share those trends with you. You can see where, and the contracts written is down, which also makes sense because of the lack of inventory. I mean, you may not see as many buyers buying for properties. I do think I've talked to some agents in other parts of the country, and they are mentioning that the term buyer fatigue, which is where, you know, the buyers put in a bunch of offers they don't get, and they just basically give up, right? Oh, I'm not going to do it right now. So we're seeing a little bit of that as well. And then we look at our region in Northern California and Hawaii and how that compares. Well, in our region in Northern California and Hawaii, we are not in the negative month over month, at least not at this time, although you will see a smaller increase month over month in those same categories that we just talked about. But we are outpacing currently the nation in our numbers right now as a region, which is good for us. And as we know, sometimes it takes time for things to move west. Although things in general, a lot of people are saying are still strong. We haven't seen the results of some of those changes yet. Locally, if we look at our office, we are killing the year-to-date numbers. We are outperforming both the nation and our region in year-to-date. So congratulations to you guys for making the business happen and finding the deals for your clients, and keep it up. And you're going to want to keep it up and use more strategies for generating more business, which I'm excited about our guests today that are going to share some stuff with you that they've been doing that's working. So again, listings taken volume is the only one right now that we're seeing that's in the negative based on inventory. Any other questions, thoughts, comments about the stats that you guys want to share? Okay. All right. Well, if you want to add some stuff, put in the chat box. I want to remind you guys that you can take advantage of the fact that we have, okay, how do I get to this? Ray, you might have to help me and get to share them, oh wait, control, hold on. Control plus click, right? Control plus, I never do this, to follow the link. I want to show you guys the lore. Okay, Ray, you're going to have to bring it up for me. Can you share the lore? I want to show them what they have in their intranet that they can. Oh, is he on a call? Oh, he's going to do it while he's on a call. Look at him. He's so great. Okay, I want to show you guys, remind you, you have the language of real estate report in your intranet. And this is for you guys to share and use if you're competing against somebody else in another brokerage for a listing. Show them the language of real estate report so you can use it and get the listings. Okay, so if he's, Ray, are you going to bring that up now or should I go on? I thought he was hearing me. Oh, he's got it. Okay. He's so good at being on the phone and doing this. So you guys see this is the performance report. So this is September. And what it does is it shows how we're outpacing our local board in different categories. So for example, I'll just show you in closed production, which is the second category in sales volume. The Realtors Association of Maui is up 99% and we're up 109%. That's in closed production. Contracts written, we're up 145%. So we're outpacing the board and the rest of the agents, all the agents as a whole. So I think that's really good for you guys to use in your listing presentation. So this gets posted in the intranet every month with the stats. Okay, thank you, Ray. So I'm going to go back to share screen. Thank you. Okay, next is KW Cares. So this is a new slide. We want to celebrate the people that are donating to KW Cares as they're closing transactions and remind you guys that we have a KW Cares account. Well, this is the national. So there's a KW Cares account nationally. You can also support locally for our market center in case we have an associate in need. Right now, we really just work with KW Cares. For example, we had an agent, a wonderful agent in Hilo, Tony Miziazik, who passed a few weeks ago, and we are going to be working with KW Cares to help support him and his family's needs. And so the donations matter. It also helps with, I just posted 4 years ago, I had a pop-up memories on my Facebook page today that 4 years ago, some of us in this group were in Texas helping with the Hurricane Harvey relief effort, and KW Cares was a huge part in being able to support that relief effort. So it makes sense. Jonathan Udis, if you want to talk to him, who also donated on here, he is our culture committee chair for the Agent Leadership Council, and he has a KW Cares campaign going on for our office right now. And you can actually sign a pledge to contribute to KW Cares. Comes right out of your closing. It could be $1. I mean, it really does make a difference. I mean, if $1 was contributed for every closing we have every month, that's, you know, whatever, 150, 160 a month per market center. Yeah, thanks for asking, Jeannie, about Robert. Robert Eikenberry is in the hospital. He had a stroke a few weeks ago. I did talk to him a couple days ago. He's recovering. I mean, he's hanging in there. He's in good spirits. He's he's a wonderful person, always in good spirits. I'm not sure yet. Yes, he may. And if he does, we'll definitely help him out. So thank you for mentioning that, Jeannie. He's still in the hospital right now. So we're just, keeping good thoughts and helping to do whatever we can to get him out. I mean, if I could go bust him out of there, I would, but he probably needs to be in there for a little bit longer.
It's almost 4 weeks now.
Yeah. Yep. So I talked to him. He was a little bit drugged. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you for creating the slide and acknowledge that the numbers are up for the KW Cares contributors this month. And that's the goal, is that each month we get more people that are committing to just giving a small donation from their closings. So thanks, and awesome everybody that did.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thanks for leading the charge on that campaign. Okay, some recognition for our top producing agents and teams and groups for this month. So congratulations to our individual agents with the highest close volume. Brody Calendar in September. Brody closed 9.595 million. That's a good month. The Girls Island property, which is Deb Vial and Karen Barrett, closed 2.895. And group, Tyler Coons Maui, which, a couple of those guys capped this last month on that team and that group. And those guys closed 19.37 million 1 month. That's probably close to a record breaker on the island. I don't know a lot of people that are doing that in a month. So congratulations to you guys, top individuals. And that's when you get a lot of you individual agents that are rock stars together as a group. So top individual agents for listings taken volume and written volume. Bonnie McChrystal, congratulations. Closed volume and GCI was Brody Calendar. Closed units and listings sold units, Nicole Kovac, congratulations. Written units, Andy Madrid. Listings sold volume, Dean Otto. And listings taken, Katie Zimmerman. Way to go to keep the business going with the tight inventory. And if you guys ever want to share too some of the things that you're doing, let me know. We'll put you on the company huddle, or if we do another specific meeting, or we can even do a breakout, a mastermind on that. Top teams, the Girls Island properties killed it in various categories, and you saw their volume before. So they were listing sold volume, listing sold units, written volume, closed units, and GCI. And then Blue Marlin, the Escaleras, Derek and Elizabeth Escalera, listings taken units and listings taken volume. Congratulations to you guys. Homes and Chocolate, the Becks in Hilo. Kaylee, Ian, Rochelle, that's written units. And then 9 times network, the Millers, Jess and Adam, congratulations to you guys on closed units for top teams for September. Woo woo. Okay, and then top groups for September, Tyler Coons, Maui, listings taken volume, listings taken units, listings sold volume, written volume, closed volume, and GCI. And Aloha Group, Maui, the Potts and all of their amazing, wonderful team members, listings sold units, written units, and closed units. All right, I'm gonna look in the chat box real quick just to see if anybody, okay, you guys are, were you going to show us where the intranet KWRM stats are? You can, so Ben, I would say just reach out to Latasha real quick. She can show you. It is in the intranet. So you can actually pull statistics for KWRI also in there. I wasn't going to show you that on this meeting. We will be sure to show you if you need to see where to find it. Although we can also share this slide if you want us to share the slide or get a PDF from the region. We can do that as well. That way you can use it. Okay, congratulations to everybody. Michelle, principal broker update.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I want to touch on just a couple brief things because I know we have a great visitor this morning. I want to talk about realtor safety just as a reminder. We talk about this in Ignite, and I just think that there's, you know, never a good time to forget about best practices. So when a client calls you out of the blue and you don't know this person, you are not obligated to go out and meet them alone. You're not obligated to go out and meet them. You know, put your own set of best practices in place. Take another realtor with you. Let someone know where you're going. I had an agent call me recently. I was in my office and they said, hey, I'm going to go meet someone. I just have a funny feeling in my stomach. Very seasoned agent. Can you call me in 30 minutes and check on me? Absolutely. We're available to do that. So always be mindful. The other thing is, if something happens where you have a situation that is unprofessional or out of the ordinary, please let me know, whether that's with another agent, with appraisers, with lenders, with whomever. You should be in a safe environment day in and day out working with your colleagues. And we support that, a safe work environment. So please make sure you let me know if there's anything I can ever help you with. The next thing I want to touch on is Maui County is loosening its COVID restrictions. Woohoo! Effective on Saturday. You can now have up to 10 people inside, up to 25 people outside. That's effective on Saturday. We only had 3 COVID cases on the island of Maui yesterday, of a record single-digit low for a very, very long time. So I'm very encouraged. I keep monitoring the Big Island and Kauai as well. And hopefully we'll see continuing loosening across all islands. Very excited about that. And then the last thing I want to touch on is Code of Ethics training. If you haven't taken your Code of Ethics training, it is a renewal year. Please check. You can check the NAR website. There's a link. You put in your NERDS number, NRDS. Every one of us has one. If you don't know how to find your NERDS number, call me. It is the number the National Association of Realtors has assigned to you. And we want to make sure that nobody doesn't complete their Code of Ethics training this year. That's all I have for you today. Let's keep killing it. Go team.
Thank you, Michelle. Nicole Burns.
Good morning, everybody.
Extraordinaire. Good morning.
Why
are so many people off camera this morning?
I'm like, sitting at home. I think I have bad hair. I'm just
okay. All right.
Fighting my rights this morning.
Okay. Got it.
Just real quick, want to remind everybody that our Ignite is starting next Monday. So if anybody wants to come in and join us for any of our classes, week 1 is orientation, week 2 is buyers, week 3 is sellers, week 4 is escrow, and week 4 is lead generation, and the week 5 is escrow. So feel free to join us. If you have any questions, shoot me an email.
Thank you, Nicole. I'm noticing that we're on a showing with Dean right now. He's like taking us on a showing that he's on, in case you want to look at a nice luxury listing that we probably have. Okay. Next, I'm going to go back to the slides. Hot topics. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to some are reminders and a couple are new things. CMAs. So I mentioned this again, do your valuations right now as many as you can do. So 60%, a reminder that 60% of owners do not know the value of their home right now. And a lot of those people may sell if they knew what their current value is. And it gives you an opportunity to help them go to whatever they're doing next. And Brian Ayrton, who's our Bold coach, was just sharing with us the other day. He coaches a lot of top agents in the country. And he said out of what his agents are doing that are doing valuations, 1 in 6, which is a very high ratio. I'd be very curious to see what our ratio is on Maui with you guys. He said that out of every 6 valuations they're doing, they're getting a listing. That's like a really high. So if you could get 1 listing out of every 6 valuations that you did, how many valuations would you do? I mean, I don't know. The sky's the limit, right?
I do 100.
There you go, right? So just a reminder, like this is actually working, and do it. And even if you don't pick up the listing today, again, as soon as things start to change, those people are going to want to jump. So definitely we want to be in front of them at that time. Next is I wanted to, in case you didn't see the announcement, I mentioned this yesterday, the new conforming loan limits for 2022 are out for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and it is $937,500, which is like high and awesome compared to any time in the future. I mean, in the past. So you can talk to the lender about that. I think that they are doing, I saw a post that they're actually doing loan locks at that now. So I don't know, even though it's October, I guess, but the closing maybe has to happen Jan 1. I'm not sure if you guys know that or know about that. I'm not positive. So that's what I'm assuming. I wanted to give you an update on what I talked about yesterday. And just if you have questions about it, you can come to me. Marketing wise, some of the support that we've added for you. So starting this week, Aloha Real Estate Solutions, which is one of the 2 marketing companies that we work with, the other is Scott Leroy, they're going to be automatically. So when you take a listing, have a pending or close a transaction, you will receive a marketing packet from them in your email automatically. Proactively, you'll just get it whether you ask for it or not. So you're going to start getting those marketing packets for new listings that you're taking, which we just figured, let's make it as easy as possible for you and get them to you. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for that. We're paying for it. The other thing that we're paying for that we're going to start doing is I'm going to be calling some of you, and we're going to do it as a small group first because I want to make sure that it works really well and you guys are seeing the benefit from it before we expand it company wide, which we'll probably do like a 30, 60 day trial. Is free database management. So we are working with 2 different companies, Scott Leroy and Elite VA, to create free database management for you. And what that means is importing all your contacts, which we already do. We're going to add sorting, grouping, tagging, categorizing in your database. So seller, buyer, how many days out. And then we're going to create smart plans for you, touch campaigns to send out automatically, as well as neighborhood nurtures to keep you in touch with your database. Boom. That is like the 2 things that I've heard you need the most, which is from coaching you guys and having conversations and seeing what I'm seeing is database management and marketing. So I just said, what would it look like for us to just provide that for you? And we're doing it. So you can have your own VA if you want and have them do other stuff for you. That's cool. I'm just saying, let's get more deals and make it a win-win. We're going to help you get more deals that benefits everybody. Any questions? Yeah.
I don't have a question, but I have a hot topic that I don't think a lot of people know.
Yes, hot topic. Keone.
Did you know that if you have a client that buys a property, puts it into a long-term rental, they can get a tax exemption? So it can be on multiple properties too. It's $200,000 for as long as they don't have a home exemption already. If they do have a home exemption, it's $100,000. So this is a big deal for people that put tax. people into long-term leases, right? So for a year or more.
So Keone, if you have a link, do you have a link to where it talks?
Flyer, and I am going to put that on our Facebook page today. I will take a photo. It has a QR code. It looks like a pretty easy application, and then a copy of the signed lease agreement. And that's awesome. Good.
Can you also give it to Ray so he can send it out in our Friday email?
I'll probably make him do the whole thing. So, because mine will be a picture of it, and his will be great. The deadline is December 31st of this year to get that exemption in. So, anyway,
thank you.
Your people money, and a lot of people don't know that when they're putting into long-term rentals, except for Jessica Miller, of course, she knows.
So, of course. So that's a good touch campaign, right? That's a good reason to talk to your database.
Huge, yeah.
Thank you. I love that. So Andy, you asked about the Big Island. Yeah, I mean, we can talk more about that as far as rolling out the database management and what we want to do. I mean, I'm just including everybody at this point. So you can tell me if we want to test it first and then roll it out there, we can do that too. Okay, a couple other things is, can you please put in the chat box? We don't really have too much time for discussion because I want to make sure we can get to our guests in a couple minutes. However, I did want to get your feedback because I did get some feedback from our executive and leadership team making the suggestion that we combine the monthly team meeting that we're doing right now, that we do that one of the Wednesdays of the month. So we do the company huddle right now every Wednesday for 30 minutes. Obviously, we can't cover the team meeting in 30 minutes. However, what we could do is extend one of those weekly meetings to longer, an hour, or if these are usually scheduled for an hour and 15 minutes. And would that be better? Like, would you guys prefer that? Because obviously we had a company huddle yesterday. We have a team meeting today. Now the team meetings are typically monthly, although I'm happy to combine and make one of the huddles the team meeting. Can you please put a yes or no in the chat box and we can kind of take a consensus? That would be awesome.
And while I just want to clarify that long-term rental is a Maui law.
Oh, okay.
It's not a state law. It's specific for Maui County.
Okay, thank you, Keone. And if you want to hear more from our incoming Realtors Association of Maui president, Keone Ball, and hang out with him and a lot of us in person, that leads us to reminding you to purchase your ticket for the Realtors Association Maui installation event. Sue Deloria is also going to be installed on the board, and Marion Haller is going to be installed on board. And it is the first live event like this that the Realtor Association has done in a couple of years because of COVID, obviously. And so go into your RAM portal, get your tickets. They are limited. We actually only have, we now have a limit to how many tickets we can sell and have people there. So I think we've got like 30 something left. Please go on and
going to be the Maui Brew Company now in Kihei. Switched venues.
We switched venues.
Super awesome venue. And it's going to be, if you like to dress up, it's a circus themed costume.
Yes,
party.
Carnival, circus, all that fun stuff. Thank you, Keone. And we're excited. That's November 5th. By the way. So just a reminder that there's a lot of content that's been added now on KW Connect and Out Front, where you can go. One of the things you can watch is Elizabeth Raines, who won the Clash of the Closers during Mega Camp. And those transcripts are on Out Front, which is the outfront.kw.com. And you can look at scripts that she used that she does to help counter objections for clients. So that's good for you guys to practice. And then the Mega Camp replay, those of you who missed any sessions that had registered, is available for another week or so on the Mega Camp site. So make sure that you watch whatever you haven't watched. And then this is the most important class I can suggest that you register for and take, which is being offered for free. And it's the National MREA Business Planning Clinic. And that's October 20th and 21st. Which I think is 8 our time, or no, what is that? 7 our time, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, don't do this to me, 7 in the morning. So you can be done in the morning, half day, get it done, get your business plan going for next year. And Gene Rivers is a speaker, the instructor, and he's one of the top in the country. Phenomenal. There's also a digital profit camp coming up, which I've heard rave reviews about, which is October 26th. That's 8 to 11 a.m. Hawaii time. You can also sign up for that through KW Connect. And that is its focus is on profitability in your business specifically, and talks about the 30-30-40 model, which is from the book Profit First. So I would suggest that you also attend that if you want to learn how to be more profitable. If anybody hasn't heard about this and wants to do a lot of development project, work with developers, new home construction stuff, you want to create them yourself, we actually now have a builder developer realtor education course by Legacy International that Keller Williams partnered with, which is a big development company in Texas. They do things across the country, and you can go and you can join this and take this training, and then you're part of this new KW New Homes community. So check that out. I wanted to make sure you knew. What is the 80-20 rule? Put it in the chat box, or somebody yell out real quick. What does that mean? 80-20 rule.
20% of the realtors do 80% of the business.
Yes, true. And yes,
20% of your actions result in 80% of your success.
That's right. So 20% of your efforts result in 80% of your success. So work on the 20%. That's the moral of that. And it's also called the Pareto principle, if you've heard of that. Okay.
Keone was also right.
You what?
Keone was also right.
Yeah, he's also right. It works in so many different facets, right? Because that is true. 20% of the agents do 80% of the business on Maui, anywhere. So this is Dave Jinks. In case you guys didn't know, he was involved in Keller Williams from the beginning and helped develop Keller Williams University. And so, we haven't been around as a Keller Williams as a market center for many years. So a lot of us didn't have the opportunity to interact with him. I did a little bit, and he was a guest on one of our regional meetings where he did the Y4C2T dance, which I think he made up. So just want to make sure this is in the team meeting, and KWRI wanted to make sure that all the market centers recognize Dave, who unfortunately passed away recently. So, all right. Our guests today, very excited, and we're gonna give them about 15 minutes, and then Latasha will help wrap up with some great stuff that she wants to share that's new and exciting with KW and in our world of market center tech training. So so Stephen came to us because we're friends on Facebook, and he's been really, I've just been kind of following him and his success, and Nick Westbrook, who's his business partner. He's in Naples. They're both in Naples, Florida, and they're very successful top agents in that area. And because I saw that he had posted that they had closed, this was like 2 months ago, I think, or a month and a half ago, they had already closed 100 units year to date, 100 transactions. And then they also, like 50 million in sales volume. So I'm sure that's up already from the last time. And their success a lot has been attributed to what they do with social media and organic social media. So I did ask them to join us today. They were happy to do it. They are the Luxury Alliance team in Naples. And I'm going to let you guys take it away, and I'm going to stop sharing so you can talk. And I'm going to pin you. So good. Steve Varinkov. Varinkov. Yes, awesome. Perfect. I was like, I'm going to get this right. So thank you for being here, you guys, and Nick.
You're welcome. Mr. Steve is okay.
Mr. Steve, got it. All right, that's what we'll do.
I want to say how much we're so grateful to be in front of you guys this morning. KW Maui, you guys are rock stars. Greetings from South Florida. It looks like we're in the Bahamas right now, but we're really not.
Or Hawaii.
We're wishing we were in Hawaii right now. So my name's Steven Varnkov, Nick Westbrook here. We cover everywhere from Palm Beach, Florida, down to Miami, and anywhere from Marco Island to Fort Myers and Sarasota. So we are one of the first South Florida bi-coastal teams with Keller Williams Realty in the South Florida region. Within this past year, just from 2021 alone, we're at 55 million in volume right now and still growing. We're probably going to do around 75 million this year. It's all been through organic social media reach using Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and yes, even TikTok.
That's right.
The reason me and Nick Westbrook eventually we met originally was because we were with a company called Beachbody. Yep. You can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Beachbody was a multi-level marketing company. We sold shakes and fitness to pretty much anyone who wanted to lose weight, and they taught us a way of marketing that attracts people to actually reach out to us. So we just call it attraction marketing. And the way we actually get leads is just from posting stories on social media and getting people to know who we are, understand us, and it creates a following whenever you open up. Not only does it create a following, but it creates trust in people. So for me, for example, I list a lot of homes in Cape Coral, Florida. That's where I live. So I kind of farm my own neighborhood like everybody else does, but I do it through social media. And last year I listed 80 properties, listed and sold 80 properties in Cape Coral. And the way that we market and post on social media, you guys should friend us, Nick Westbrook, Steve Voronkov.
Please.
Just follow us because you'll learn how we post, and the way that we post just like welcomes people in to literally just say, come over and list my property. Right. And I get so many messages like that every single month. And the beauty part is whenever that happens, you already know you have the listing and you don't even have to really sell them when you get there. Just bring your facts, your figures, and yourself, and just go with open-ended questions until they sign the listing agreement. And that's right. And so that's kind of like what we teach, and we're creating a coaching program as well that teaches this. And it's just a simple way of doing it once you understand how we do it. And Steve's going to touch on that.
Yeah. So I really want KW Maui. I really want you guys to start getting in the mindset. Instead of social selling, the goal is social telling, and telling your real authentic story and being your real authentic self. And that's going to come across to they're going to relate to you because you're an actual person. And you talk about the struggles of real estate, and not everything is just an amazing win. Sometimes we fail on our face, and they say fail forward. You have to share those stories, share pictures and videos of your family, and like mainly about the Maui lifestyle. You guys have the Mecca of lifestyle over there, living by the ocean. It's so beautiful. People come from all over the world just to spend time in Maui, Hawaii. I know we're going to do it one day when we speak there live, right? Pretty soon. So knock on wood. But our biggest thing is Facebook groups, local Facebook groups. If you go on your Facebook, you search Maui, I guarantee you there's a bunch of different local groups you can add yourself to. And when you add yourself to these groups, you don't want to be posting real estate. You want to be posting the Maui lifestyle, your favorite beach, your favorite restaurants, your favorite places to go, whatever it is. You want to attract people.
Just not real estate.
Not real estate.
It's sticky icky.
You don't want to be posting about real estate. The whole goal is to add people to your database, which is your Facebook and Instagram. So they start following you and they're like, wow, Jessica Miller seems like a really awesome person. Oh my God, you know what? She does real estate. She seems like a nice person. I might sell my $2 million house with her.
Or buy.
So I'm going to show you guys real quick examples. We don't want to take too much of your time. So when COVID hit, we had already been doing social media full-fledged. So when COVID hit, it really blew our business up 100-fold because we were already doing those things digitally and being digitally based and physically enhanced. You know what I mean? So one example for me, I added a perfect stranger on Facebook from a local group in Deerfield Beach where I grew up. And she was following me. I got a random message one day this year, and she says, hey, Steve, I know we don't really know each other, but I've been following your journey. Your baby's so cute, by the way. Can you come list my property? So I go over there, list the property. It's on the ocean, direct oceanfront views. I listed it for $1.3 million. I got the cash buyer from Facebook, and I double-ended that transaction that closed 2 months ago. That was one of the biggest checks in my entire life that came from spending $0 just from randomly adding a friend on Facebook and posting in Facebook groups.
And the thing that's like really mind-blowing is probably most of the KW offices, like even when we came to KW is 3 years ago, there wasn't a Facebook group at all. Right. So we kind of brought this to our market center, and we've been having a Facebook group before COVID, but a lot of people had to go to Facebook groups because of COVID. And what that means is like everybody is literally online now, and there wasn't so much people talking in person. So we were already doing that in local groups, because if you think about it this way, you have people in Hawaii groups that are in those groups that are potential buyers probably a lot of sellers too. So once you post a lifestyle picture in there and you get 1,000 likes on it, 500 or whatever, then you go through, sift through those people and you add them to your normal Facebook.
Yes.
And then once you do that, then you start posting stories about yourself, about your family, about your friends, about, you know, funny stuff. I posted a quote every morning that's inspirational just because it creates a great following. And from there, they see you're a real person, they get to know you. And the next thing you know, you're making friends with people that are in your local market that you didn't even know before.
Right. And the biggest thing is when I'm going to give you a golden nugget right now, and it's about telling stories when you have a closing. It's if you guys follow Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, it's about jab, 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 right hook.
Yep.
Right. So the jabs are lifestyle, family, funny, motivational, and then the right hook is the real estate. But when you do the right hook, you share a real heartfelt story about real estate. So the average realtor will post 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, just sold, 1.2 million, bought myself a new watch, right? Or like happy closing day, got myself a new car, happy sellers, blah, blah, blah. When we post something, it's going to say, when our buyers closed on this house today, they shed a tear because they were turned down by every other lender who told them they would never achieve the American dream. And today I get to hand them the keys to their dream home. This is exactly why I wake up and what I do every day. See the difference?
Yep.
You share stories and you pull on the heartstrings of those people following you when you don't even know that they're following you.
And there's another, I'll tell you a story about something that happened to me. I graduated with one of my sister's best friends, and he became a doctor in Fort Myers. He bought a house without me. I was okay, whatever. Friended him on Facebook. He started following everything I do, and then a year later, he wanted to sell that property. And then I helped him sell a $1.7 million house. He referred me to his friend, sold his $890,000 and then another 1.5 on that. And then we just sold another 1.8 from another doctor. So in my eyes, if you just go back and you jog your memory of the people that you know and that you do business with right now, doctors, lawyers, CPAs, any influential people in your market, those will lead to more if you follow the systems that we teach. And Steve has a great method for what you should be doing daily when it comes to social media.
Perfect. Yeah. So if I want to leave you guys with one thing, I mean, we can talk all day, but we only have a limited amount of time right now. So maybe we can do another class at some other time. But for right now, if you got to post every day, the formula is message 20, add 20. If you just do those two things every day, it will blow your business up.
Yep.
And so message 20, add 20. That's best advice I think I could give right now. Other than that, the 5-5-5, just like the pizza, right? The 5-5-5 deal. You message 5, comment 5, and like 5. Real quick. Takes 5 minutes probably. So that's the 5-5-5.
And when you message people, you don't want to be like sticky icky, you know, I'm looking to sell 100 homes this year, would love to do business with you type of thing.
Yeah.
It's literally just saying, thank you for liking my post. Because if you go to your social media post and you click on who liked it, and you click like all the likes, you'll see where you can just hit message, and you literally just copy paste. Thank you for liking my post. I hope you and the family are doing great.
Yeah.
And literally leave it at that. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, I see you're in real estate, or, you know, my dad's been thinking about selling his house and I meant to reach out to you. Like it literally starts conversation to where they're just going to straight up tell you that they want you to do business with you.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that I want to leave you with is that there's no denying that people are on these phones all day long.
Yes.
On social media, all day, when they're at work, when they're on the toilet, when they're playing with their kids, when they're in bed at night, they are on this device.
Yep.
Okay.
Posted breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you need to be in their pockets
3 times a day.
Because I don't know about you guys, when someone calls me from a random number, I usually don't care. But if someone texts me, I'll answer.
That's right.
Or if someone sends me a Facebook message or Instagram message, I'll usually answer.
You can't not look at it.
So I want you to start thinking on the path of digital door knocking as opposed to physical door knocking.
You'll reach 100 times of people in
fraction of the
time and so fast.
If you go on your Facebook Messenger, you're going to see green dots. Okay. That means these people are quote unquote home. They're online right now, ready to talk to you. Why not you?
Yep.
Get that sale, be online, and use social media as a tool. It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much. That was awesome. Some really good value. I love the message example and what you're sharing. I'm sure that was a question a lot of people had. So it's really just that connection and systemizing the connection with people,
right,
and building those relationships.
Thank you, Lisa, for believing in us, having us today. I love you guys.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Adam and Jessica Miller and our friend Dean Otto. You guys are amazing.
Dean does great on social media. Follow him too.
We'll see you guys in person soon. And remember, we serve all of South Florida, bi-coastal, from Palm Beach to Miami, Marco Island to Sarasota. So let us know for any referrals in the future. We love you all.
Thank you. Thanks so much, you guys. Appreciate you.
A big shout out real quick from meeting you so many years ago in Sarasota, and your growth in your business and personally has just been, exponential and amazing. And thank you for being a good role model and an inspiration too. So aloha.
Thanks, Jessica.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. So Latasha, I'm going to let you take it away. Do you have the slides, or do you want Ray to bring up the slides so you can run them?
Yep,
You got
I have
yours?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to let you share. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to wrap up today. Whoops, sorry about that. My microphone kind of goes wonky sometimes, so sorry about that. So we're going to wrap up with tech. So thanks for your patience. So a couple of things I want to highlight coming soon. Spoiler alert. Thank you to all of the agents that are utilizing smart plans. We're actually going to up the ante, and we're going to have a contest for the month of November. This time around, the prizes are going to be Facebook ad help, as well as postcard free packages. So these are going to be some game changers for you. So especially taking the advice that we just received about posting on Facebook, we're going to actually create a complete package around that. So it's going to be a marketing package that you can win. So stay tuned for the details. They will roll out next week. For those of you that do the personally branded zine, these are the monthly magazines, or excuse me, the quarterly magazines that KWRI puts out. I do want to tell you a tip that you can do if you have not done this. I worked with an agent in Hilo, and they actually took me up on my advice. They actually not only created this personally branded zine, made it their own. They then sent it out to everyone. Then they also created a landing page so that when people are visiting their website, it's a clickable PDF link that it's kind of a real version where you can actually thumb through and turn the pages. So that was a cool interactive feature that they were able to add to their website to get traction. So if you're not utilizing that and you want to, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you. But definitely check out that personally branded zine. So if you haven't noticed, the holidays are by month now. So it's categorized. So it's easier for you to go into templates in KWRI Designs, We Brand, and you actually can see every month based on all of the holidays within the month. Just a friendly reminder, make sure that you have this clause within your communications. Just want to make sure that everyone is in compliance to TCPA. This has been a huge deal lately because there's been a lot of violations, not necessarily with KW, but with other brokerages. And so KWRI just wants us to make sure that we are cognizant of this and making sure that we protect ourselves. So this is a Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The copy of this is also in the Tech Chronicles that will go out later today. Couple of things I want to share. We had a great training this past month. So if you missed it, it is actually on the YouTube channel, and it was on Smart Plan. So it was very interactive. We also had a previous one, September 7th, in terms of context. Remember that we are focusing on quality and not quantity. So moving forward into the end of the year, we're having one strategic combined training between myself and my counterpart, Carrie, on Oahu. Coming up in November, save the date. It is actually going to be about opportunities. So make sure that you are present for that, or if you want to check out the recording, do so. Couple of awards and we're going to wrap this up. I do want to say thank you. Thank you to every agent that is utilizing Command. We have now mastered our vital signs. And so our numerical score is 20 out of 20. So we are leading the region in terms of being a perfect numerical score. So as it relates to contacts, we have our platinum, which is Tyler, Michelle Belch, and Andy. And then Billy actually jumped up again. So he's leading the pack in the gold. Gold is 1,000 or more contacts, and platinum is more 2,500 or more. Silver, Steve Landon just took that spot. So he has 500 plus. And then Bob Wills actually jumped Michelle Del Rosario, our very own, with more than 100. Thanks, Ray. Smart plans. So this is the category that bumped us up to perfect score. So we are now 5 out of 5 for smart plans. Opportunities. Leading the way, the Becks, they are plus 67. So they've got a 355 in terms of their opportunities. They are working their database. We, as a market center, are 10 out of 10. Todd Hudson, 808 team has added a plus 27, and Jessica Miller, she and her counterparts, 9 Times Network, have had an increase in 9. So way to go. That's it. So thank you all so much. I hope that you have an amazing day. Reach out to the leadership team if you need anything, unless there is anything else that anyone wants to say or mention. Have a wonderful day. Aloha.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week.